If I could take back past 20 years, swear to God, I'd do it different. Because I've realized, I've learned the people aren't worth fucking helping. You all aren't worth helping. You're not worth me sacrificing everything in my life for not just no money, but losing money, losing everything. You're not worth it. You're not worth it because you do nothing. You're not worth it. If I could go back, I would live a different life. I understand what humanity has become now. And humanity is no longer worth it. You people are not worth it. You're not worth helping. And I made the mistake of dedicating 2 decades of my life to do that, thinking it would make a difference. And I got no help from none of the people out there who were fortunate enough to come across me. Virtually none, anyway. There's a couple of instances, but not enough. It's not going to do anything. And that tells me that I'm wasting my time. It tells me that I'm dealing with a population that you shouldn't waste your time on. It's that simple. It's that simple. It's fact. I want people to know this. I want the world to know this. The same person, the only person that put himself out there for the people to expose all the scammers. I wasn't exposing all the scammers and fraudsters and financial charlatans. Right? That wasn't my first approach. I first tried to help the people by exposing the financial crisis, by warning about it, by helping people to make money from it, right? And then when I was shafted, when I was blackballed for doing nothing, for no reason at all other than trying to help people, no reason at all. You can't give me a reason, a legitimate reason why I was blackballed. Nobody. There isn't one. Unless you want to claim that the legitimate reason is because I exposed the system and it threatened to harm the income of the criminals. If you think that's legitimate, then we have a problem in the world. If that's the way the world operates. After I realized, right, I was blackballed for trying to help people while seeing this media mafia promote their own blood-related fucking scammers out there and charlatans and con artists and broken clocks and just idiots as experts. Then I got fucking really pissed. When I see the media come out and tell people that, steal my thunder. I'm the guy that predicted everything. And they say that con men out there did, and there's no evidence. Folks, show me the evidence of anybody out there. I recently came across some guy, some economist who wanted to show me evidence that he predicted the financial crisis, and it's fucking laughable. I'm thinking like the guy is delusional. He's fucking delusional. You're going to predict the financial crisis. You tell me what's going on, specifically what's going on. You show me how to make money. You put some calls on the line. You make forecasts. You understand? I forecasted and explained everything. And once again, for you lazy motherfuckers out there, for you illiterate motherfuckers out there, take a look at the description. You've got the 2 chapters on the real estate. Get someone to read it for you. Get someone qualified to explain what's going on. Because most of you probably aren't going to fucking get it. So, let's take a look now with that intro that we had earlier on CNBC Make It, on the media. Let's take a look now at what Paul is pitching. So I'm going to show you now. I'm going to show you what CNBC was pitching, promoting this guy. Remember, folks, you got to understand, CNBC, all these media firms, they're always looking, Forbes, whatever. They're always looking for some person out there who's got a story to sell. You understand? They're looking for a story to sell. And the story to sell is, I'm living this amazing life in paradise, and it's really cheap, and I don't have to work much, right? Because stupid, lazy idiots are going to line up for that shit, and they can sell them ads and understand the ads they're going to sell them. Okay, they're going to sell you ads for, Fundrise. They're going to sell you ads for, travel companies, whatever. Okay, so let me show you here this original video. You can see, and we'll go back to his other scams. Let's take a look at this. Oh, look. I left the U.S. for Thailand. Look inside my $544 a month apartment. So, and I was thinking about this, by the way. I think I'm going to start exposing fucking Thailand. There's a lot of shit to talk about. And in some of these other countries too, like Cambodia and Vietnam, and exposing the whole fucking deal, which nobody else has the intelligence or courage to do so. Mostly intelligence. They don't know what the fuck's going on. Okay. And let me just go ahead and say, every single one of these vloggers on ScamTube, they've all got the same story basically. Oh, I retired and I moved to Thailand, or I moved to the Philippines. And yet they're spending all their days making fucking ScamTube videos because they need the money. They're broke as fuck. That's the reality. They tell you otherwise, but guess what? They're retired and they left America to go to fucking Philippines and to make YouTube videos every day. I mean, that makes sense to you? You understand? Real retired people, they ain't on YouTube. You got it? They're not on YouTube. They're enjoying their life. I'm going to debunk a lot of bullshit coming out of these fucking vloggers all over ScamTube, because it's really pissing me off seeing all the disinformation. And I'll go ahead and tell you one thing right now. I'm going to focus on one of the topics I'm going to mention. There's this myth out there that's been circulating for years by these fucking delusional, demented, low IQ vloggers in Thailand. They want to tell you that Thailand hospitals are better than those in the West and better than America. And you even have some educated people making these claims. Yet, guess what? They're not experts in healthcare like I am. They're not world analysts like I am, world expert analysts, world-class analysts like I am, right? I mean, can you imagine a country like Thailand, where the education system is fucking dog shit, by the way, in case you didn't know that? Can you imagine healthcare that's highly high-tech based? Can you imagine retired people? Their number one focus when they go to a country should be what? It should be fucking healthcare. Because guess what? When you're older, you're vulnerable. Two top concerns, healthcare and money. Okay? I'm not going to get into this now, but my point is to think about what typically affects elderly in terms of medical issues. You're talking chronic disease, and you're talking emergencies. You're talking cancer, you're talking heart operations, right? You're talking emergency situations. The number one cause of death for expats in Thailand is on the roads, by the way. Look it up. The number one cause of death in Thailand for expatriates is road accidents. That's how fucking dangerous the roads are in Thailand. So ask your son. You get all these idiots that tell you to rent a motorbike in Thailand. Fucking stupid. A bunch of stupid idiots on ScamTube giving you fucking stupid suicidal advice. I'm telling you right now. Okay? So, do you really think that Thailand has a single hospital with a comprehensive cancer treatment center? I can guarantee fucking well to you they don't. You think that Thailand is equipped to provide top-notch triple heart bypass surgery? Think about it. And by the way, if you didn't know this, it's been known that there are physicians in Thailand who actually buy their degrees, their medical degrees. If you know anything about Asia, the developing world, that should not surprise you. Okay? I have had experiences in hospitals in Thailand, and I can tell you, my experiences are, I'm a little bit scared. Any type of serious disease procedure in Thailand that's not routine, forget it. But you got people out there going to... Okay, finally. as I was saying, as you already know, they don't ambulances in Thailand or in many other countries in Asia. You all do know that, right? Have you ever seen the ambulances in these countries? Cars don't get out of the way. You understand that. There's basically no ambulance service. Okay? In fact, I believe the Philippines does not have an ambulance service at all. So if you can even make it to the ER, you understand the high level of training and technology that goes into critical care, to ICU care, to cancer therapies. This is all very high tech. Thailand is a low tech country. There's virtually no legitimate scientific research coming out of Thailand. All medical standards, virtually, let's say, virtually all medical standards come from America. The rest from Europe and a little bit from Japan. Okay? You understand. So when you're talking about the high tier, the advanced healthcare, you want to be in the West. You don't want to be in Thailand. I can assure you. And think about what's going to ail retired people. Do they think about that? No, they don't think about that. You're getting a bunch of fucking disinformation from a bunch of grifters on YouTube looking to tell you that all these places are paradise and everything is great. Yet they don't talk about the public safety issues, the very dangerous, life-threatening public safety issues that you face on a daily fucking basis in all these countries. Yeah, you don't have the crime rate that you have in America. But guess what? You've got a very high chance of getting hit by a fucking car, or being hit by a motorbike, or walking in a manhole on the sidewalk which wasn't blocked off. Public safety is a disaster in these countries, as it is in all developing countries. You don't hear about that, do you? Nor do you hear about how there's no fucking freedoms and liberties in these countries. Countries in Asia are essentially run by fucking dictatorships. Write that down. Okay? Now, they're going to call them different things. They're going to say they're democratic and this and that. But what you're talking about essentially is dictatorship banana republics. Okay? And I'm not just talking about Southeast Asia. I'm talking about even Japan and South Korea. Are they as bad as some of the Southeast Asian countries? No, they're not. They've progressed because they're more in the Western system. But there's still some pretty substantial elements of dictatorship mentality in Japan, in South Korea. It's just fact. You can believe whatever you want. I'm telling you the way it is. Many of these countries are going to tell you they're democratic. It's not really true. But anyway, let's move on now with Mr. Paul Lee. He wants to tell you how he had this great life in New York City. He was making a ton of money, and he decided to move to Thailand, and he's paying $550 a month for an apartment. And his story just doesn't make sense. I can tell you that right now. And it kind of reminds me, in fact, I forgot about this guy. We're going to talk about Johnny FD a little bit later, another Asian American who was swindling people on the digital Nomad scam. So let's go ahead and listen to what this guy has to say off CNBC making. It's going to sound so appealing to all you fucking basement dwelling kids out there who are unemployable, right? That's what they're trying to do, to sell you a fucking dream. CNBC wants you to click on and listen and watch the video, read their articles. They make money through ads. This guy wants you to believe his fucking hoax so you can sign up for his mentoring. We'll get to that here a little bit later. Go ahead and listen now to this.
I'm the most happiest and at peace that I've ever been here in Thailand.
You get that? First of all, I didn't watch this video yet, but I just now heard I'm the most happiest. Did you hear that? The most happiest. Obviously, the guy's not educated. He doesn't have a college degree, guaranteed. Okay. So you say, well, what's that matter, Mike? because of course a lot of these people who fall for these scams aren't educated, right? So he's telling, so they can think about this for a second. You got a guy who he hasn't really gone through and tried to get education, right? So just keep that in mind.
Something about this environment, it just radiates positivity. It's so good. I think the biggest thing I gained from living here in Bangkok for the past 3 years is being content and realizing I don't actually need much to live a happy, simple lifestyle. My name is Paulie, I'm 28 years old, and 3 years ago I permanently left the United States to move here to Bangkok, Thailand. I'm a content creator and I also do real estate, and I make around $150,000 a year.
Not true. You're a liar. Paul, you're lying. Show me the evidence. You're a liar. If you made 150, you wouldn't be on fucking Scam2. Okay? You're a liar. Liar, liar, pants on fire. Folks, it's okay to make false claims, right? The media's not going to call you out on it. They're part of it. But we'll go ahead and continue with this.
I came here for a short vacation in April 2021 and then officially moved here in September 2021. When I first arrived to Thailand, I just felt rejuvenated. Everything was just completely new to me and I just felt like it was a fresh new start. And the more and more I live here, I feel like the more and more I fall in love with the city.
So you see there, he's riding a motorbike and no helmet, by the way. Okay? Which is not only illegal, by the way, but it's fucking stupid. So, first of all, the guy he has poor judgment. He's obviously an idiot. I have never ridden a motorbike taxi in Asia, and I never would. Only a goddamn idiot's going to do that. Now, if you're Asian and you live in that country, well, that's part of your life. That's different. If you're a foreigner, okay, and a motorbike taxi, you can say, okay, well, it's a local driving, okay, fine. At least wear a helmet. Anybody who rents a motorbike or buys a motorbike who's a foreigner in Asia is a goddamn fool. You can write that down, okay? They're basically asking for severe accident that will land them in the emergency room, if not death. Remember, the number one cause of death for expatriates in Thailand is on the roads. Write that down. It's a fact, okay? So, go ahead and continue with this. Just remember what I've said. Remember what he's saying as we move along. See if it becomes.
I live in a one-bedroom apartment that is 650 square feet. I pay 20,000 Thai baht, which is around 550 USD a month. I'm actually located right in Thong Lo, Bangkok, which is kind of like this chic, kind of fashionable area. Some people would consider it like the Soho of Bangkok.
Yeah, Soho of Bangkok. This complete fucking horse shit. I'm a fucking idiot. So let me just tell you something. So first of all, ask yourself the question. And this is what I'm talking about, folks. It's so easy to pick these guys apart. If this guy's making $150,000 a year, do you really think he's going to spend $544 a month on a? That's all for a little tiny fucking apartment, a little one-bedroom. You saw the size, 650 square feet. Does that make sense to you? Right? No. Obviously, he's lying. I can guarantee you that. I'll bet any amount of money on that. And that's important. Why? Because he wants to tell you that he's making this amount of money, right? This is part of the lure. Remember, he's got something to sell you. CNBC has something to sell you too, right? The lure of easy money, of a great life, he's going to show you how. They're going to show you how. They're going to sell you ads. He's going to sell you his mentorship. He's going to sell you videos where he can tag ads to it. He can sell you affiliate links. Complete and total fucking scam. Just keep that in mind. We'll move on and continue with this. I haven't watched this video. I'm just watching this for the first
time. For Wi-Fi, I pay around $20 a month for 500 megabytes per second. For electricity, I pay around $80 a month, and for water, I pay around $3 a month. The electricity is actually not too cheap. It's typically the most expensive utility bill, but I have the ACs running all day because it's just super hot in Thailand. To move into my apartment, I had to pay 2 months rent deposit, which is around $1,100. I grew up right in the middle of Georgia.
So you notice you can already see what's going on here. This is the typical MO of con men, right? Tom Vu, right? Remember Tom Vu? He's the immigrants, had the ruckus busboy, right? Meet Kevin, right? They want to show you how they grew up poor and they always change. They show you they did it and you can do it and they're going to show you how. You got it? Folks, these are the telltale signs. I mean, if you don't see that, you're a fucking dipshit. You're not salvageable. You're going to be taken by all these frauds. By now, you should see this shit.
Small city called Macon, Georgia. I was just always raised up in a very small and poor environment, and I always just dreamed big and I wanted to move to the big city. So I worked very hard to try to do that, and eventually I was successful enough to actually move to New York City. When I was in New York City, I was grossing around $1 million and around $400,000 net profit. So I was doing quite successfully well, enough to retire my parents, and I had all the success from basically doing e-commerce online.
Okay, so there you have it. So he's telling you that he was grossing, so he was selling, making sales of $1 million. He was netting $450,000 a year, about $450,000 a year. Hear that? Okay. He was doing e-commerce, which look, folks, e-commerce, you're not going to make a whole lot of money. I can tell you that right now. Okay, very few people. If you're making $450,000, and he retired his parents. He retired his parents. So think about it. You're making $450,000 net per year. Okay. You're going to give all that away, and you're going to move to Thailand. Oh, and by the way, I mean you're a digital nomad. Why aren't you making $450 in Thailand? I mean I don't know. Maybe he's working for some company. I don't know. But my point is that his whole story is clearly not true. And this is what you see with all the scammers, including the digital nomad scammers. They want to tell you how they were making this money in America or they weren't making the money in America. Either way, they weren't happy. They had the money, they weren't happy. They didn't have the money, they weren't happy. Then they moved to paradise. It costs much less. They can make money, they're happy. And they're going to show you how to do it too. And so this is why eventually I'm going to expose all the myths of these countries and tell you the reality of living in these countries, which are essentially police states. They are police states. Do you understand? Police states. You will never hear anybody on ScamTube, any of these vloggers tell you this because they're a bunch of deceitful, lying scumbags trying to sell you the dream of paradise. Tell you what, I've never heard of anybody ever risking their life to get into Thailand. But guess what? Every year there's millions and millions of people risking their fucking lives to get into America, to get into Western countries, including there's Thais as well doing that. Why do you think that's so, folks? Think about it. Who in the fuck is going to risk their life to try and get into Thailand or to trying to get into the Philippines or any of these other countries? Nobody. These people from these countries are risking their lives to get the fuck out. You do realize that, right? You do understand that, right? Why? Why is that? Because these countries don't offer real opportunity. These countries are not market-based, most of them. Is Thailand a market-based economy? You understand what market-based means? Look it up if you don't know. China's not market-based. These are countries that are heavily controlled. They're controlled by the few. Okay? Thailand is controlled by the king and several wealthy families that control all the industries. There is essentially no free competition in Thailand. There are no opportunities in a. Okay. So let me clarify. Fixed. Uh, most of Asia, South, forget it. There's no opportunities. Even China, there's not. You're talking about heavily controlled. Okay, I know this for a fact. Let me remind those of you who don't. That, well, some of you know, some of you don't know. economist, world-class. I would call myself investment analyst, but I do economics. I do economic analysis, right? I'm definitely a world-class investment analyst. Okay. I know what I'm talking about. I have lived, have spent much time in many of these countries in Asia. I know what I'm talking about. So, the first point is that if you aren't from the West and you are especially young and you're going to leave the West, the opportunities in the West, you are fucking stupid. You're throwing your life away. I can tell you that right now. If you want to leave the West, you build your career, you make money in the West, and then you leave after you've built career and made money. You don't leave the West at a young age. Okay? I can tell you that right now because you're not going to have any opportunity in Asia. The locals don't even have opportunity unless they're involved in fraud or they are related to the officials or they're friends of the officials. That's just the way it is. Depending upon the country, it's different from country to country. There's many different things. You can't place everything in the same basket, but there's not a whole lot of opportunity unless you already have money in many of these countries. Okay, you're not gonna go from being dirt poor and studying your way through university and being a very wealthy person or a very successful person. It doesn't happen in the developing world, especially Asia. It doesn't happen. It happens in America. It can happen in America. It doesn't happen in Asia. Okay? I'm telling you right now. So let's go on now. Let's continue with this.
I just found myself being very consumerist, very materialistic. I think the environment was just very individualistic, very doggish, and very hyper aggressive.
Okay, so he didn't like America or New York because it was very materialistic, very consumeristic. Did he just mention earlier he lived in the Soho of Bangkok, very trendy upscale area? Did you all catch that? You catch the inconsistency there, right? You see how the guy's obviously a fucking pathological liar? You understand? If he was really, he didn't like New York because it was all too materialistic. Why is he in Bangkok? Bangkok is westernized as fuck. Okay, it's westernized as fuck. And why is he living right there in the center city? Why isn't he living in some village? So he's clearly a liar. No, there's no surprise there.
And I just quickly fell into a little bit of depression and just kind of purposeless. I needed to do a 180 change. Bangkok stood out to me because it seemed very mature.
So ask yourself the question, if you're in New York City and you're in your 20s, that time, well, remember, he's been in Thailand for 3 years now. So he was making by age 25, let's say early 20s, $450,000 a year. Now, if you're 25, 24, and you're making 450 even in New York City, are you going to feel depressed? Think about it. No, no. You're not, you're young. You're living it up. You're loving it. You're not going to fucking be depressed. You're living it up. You understand? The fact is, folks, the fact of the matter is this guy was a broke fucking joke. He had nothing going on, essentially. He left the West because he had nothing going on. That's the real deal. That's what's going on. And I can guarantee it.
Metropolis, it seemed very fun, it seemed very, very affordable, and it just had a very good culture, and it didn't really have any major compromises to me, so I decided to come out here for a quick little vacation, fell in love with it, and I haven't left since. I spend around $500 a month on food, and I eat out every single meal. I never cook at home. I'm eating quite good food, I think. I'm not gonna lie, the food in New York City was very good as well, but in Thailand it's just a lot more homey, a lot more local.
So basically what he's talking about, he basically eats street food. Now, in Bangkok, let me just go ahead and share this with you guys. You're hearing it first and probably the only person that's going to tell you because none of these fucking vloggers are going to talk about this. They're too fucking stupid and too preoccupied on talking about shit that's going to reel in all the sex pats and all the horse shit. There's essentially no street food in Bangkok anymore. And I'm going to talk about this in the future. It's a big deal. The government's removed all the street stalls. They basically removed much of the reason to go to Bangkok. There's no more charm in Bangkok. is completely westernized now for the most part, and it's very expensive now. Okay, that's a whole other topic. I just got back from Bangkok for 2 weeks and I spent $5 grand, and I didn't go out and party. Okay, I wasn't out partying. I'm just telling you, folks. Think about it. You think Thailand, Bangkok is cheap? $5 grand. You're going to spend about the same as you're going to spend in the West. I can tell you that right now. Okay, I went to a bar just to take a look at the view. $21 per drink. I'm not joking. Okay, so um, anyway, that's a whole nother topic of discussion. But the point is this guy is eating street food. And what I'm saying by street food, I said the street food is gone. What they've done in Thailand, what people, the idiots there that live there, the expats are too stupid to realize, is that over the years they have actually caused the street vendors to move inside because they want to encourage more foreign investment in Thailand. So they have all these investment groups that invest and create all these, that develop all these new malls and new commercial areas. And in order to do that, they're getting the street presence off. They're removing them. Used to be you could buy fresh fruit all over Thailand, all over the city. Street vendors everywhere, fresh fruit, cheap fresh fruit. Now, forget it. If you want to be a street vendor on the streets of Thailand, FYI, you're not going to hear this from anybody else. Write this down. It's fact, and I even confirmed it. I knew it before, but if you want to be a street vendor on the streets, you're selling fruit juice, you're selling fruit, you're selling little snacks, you have to pay the police. That's right. None of these motherfuckers on YouTube want to talk about it. Okay, you're paying the police. Why? Because the Thai government now, the Bangkok mayor, no longer allows street vendors because they see it as an impediment for foreign investors to come in and develop new malls. Every time, it seems like every 1 or 2 years, Bangkok's got a new mall. They got malls all over the place. Imagine if you're trying to get people to build all these malls, invest in these malls, and you got street vendors outside selling inexpensive street food. Well, people aren't going to come in the malls and spend Western prices for the meals. And that's what you largely see now in these malls. Okay? So my point is that he's eating essentially street food that's inside. It's going to be inside the premises of some of these places that they're renting. They know they didn't have to rent them before, but they're renting these places, okay? He's eating essentially street food quality. It's not anything great. I can tell you that right now. So he's spending $500 a month. He's telling you he's eating out every day, but he's essentially eating street food, okay? It's nothing fucking great. I can tell you that right now. Just wanted to clear that up.
A lot spicier. Alright guys, let me show you a local grocery store. Some comparison of the costs. We have a whole chicken here. It says 1.84 kilograms, 396 Thai baht. This is 89 Thai baht, 67 Thai baht. Half a gallon of milk is 99 Thai baht. Beef isn't particularly cheap here in Asia. Australian grass-fed tenderloin at 210 baht.
So you can see the price of a lot of these goods are going to be the same, if not more, than America, right? Just depends upon what you're talking about. If you're going to eat anything in these countries that's not what locals are eating, you're going to pay out the ass. Okay? If you're going to eat steak, it's going to be, chances are it's going to be imported from Australia, New Zealand, or if you're lucky, America. You're going to be paying a lot of money. Anything from the West, okay, it's going to be a lot of money. I can tell you that right now. But anyway, so I guess this guy is not really eating any steak or anything like that.
For 100 grams. Now we got the alcohol section. We actually cannot purchase any alcohol. The alcohol hours are from 11 a.m. to 2 p.m. and 5 p.m. to 12 a.m. This gym cost me 3,400 Thai baht a month.
So you see that? So, I mean, I don't know where this is so great. This gym is costing him $93 a month. Think about that. That's almost $1,200 a year.
This gym cost me 3,400 Thai baht a month. It's very close to my condo. It's walking distance. It has free co-working section, free coffee, free drinks, a lot of good networking opportunities here, and virtually every machine I could think of. So it's definitely not cheap, but honestly, I think it's worth it. 1-bedroom apartments. Starting off, we have a pretty small kitchen right here, and we have our dining room section.
So remember, this is a guy who he claims to be making $150,000 a year, and he's living in a little fucking tiny 650 square foot apartment. And keep in mind, he also was making supposedly netting 450 grand per year in America. So what I'm saying is that, okay, he's got a big savings, right? I mean, even if you're in New York City, 450 for a single person is a lot of money, right? So think about it. So he should already have, maybe working for, he didn't go to school, college, say 4 years. He's got to have $1 million in the bank, right? He's making 150 in Thailand, yet he's living in this little fucking apartment. Think about that for a second. Does that make sense? No, it doesn't make sense. He's lying. The guy is clearly lying. And once again, if he's making 150, he's not on YouTube selling mentorships. Digital nomad mentorships. Anyway, let's continue here.
Everything here was actually pre-furnished, so I didn't have to buy any of this stuff. The tables, the couch, it all came with the condo. Over here, I'll just chill with my dog. We have our entertainment area here. Now let me actually show you the 1-bedroom. We actually have a pretty nice view of the city. We're here on the gym. Not particularly. To give you a comparison, let's go and tour one of the nicest luxury condos here. Very hot or just very rainy. On a given day, it's all.
So anyway, let's go now and take a look at this guy. Let's take a look at his. So one thing I'm going to go ahead. So this is the CNBC. This is the actual their YouTube channel. You can take a look at the comments here, and of course, all the scammers, what they do, you'll notice on YouTube, they'll always show up later. Thanks for having me on your channel. This is the way for them to go there and to engage with the audience and to, you understand, it's a scammy thing. They're not like, why do they need to go on the channel? Why don't they email CNBC? They're doing that. It's a very disingenuous thing that they're doing. That also tells you about the person, right? So, and of course, you're going to read comments from people like, oh yeah, I did the same thing, and oh well, this is great. You're very rarely going to hear anyone who's critical of anything. This is the problem with the internet, of course. People are very rarely critical. You get this whole herd mentality of horse shit. And I'm telling you the deal, folks. I know Thailand, I know Bangkok better than this fucking clown. A lot better. Okay? And I can tell you he's full of shit. I know scammers really well, and this guy, he's lying. He's not telling the truth. Let's take a look here. Oh, look at this. So see this? Take a look. This is part of take a look. CNBC make it. This is part of their scam. They're trying to sell you now an online course. I didn't even know this would pop up. This just kind of popped up. Look at this. This gives you another example of what they're doing. They're trying to sell you a course on how to negotiate a higher salary. See that? You see that? This is why they create this bogus fucking scammy content. Okay? Proof right there. There you see it. So let me get to shit. So let's go ahead and take a look at his channel here. Paul Lee.
3 years ago, I was
Complete horseshit. All these guys have the same bullshit stories, folks. I'm telling you, I've been watching this shit for 15 fucking years. They want to tell you all these bullshit stories, and they're all lies. Everybody's got their own twist. Most of them, though, most of these guys that are retired, they want to tell you how they were successful. Oh, I've got a good pension. Oh, I got a lot of money. They're all fucking broke. Just about all of them are broke. If they're on YouTube, they're not. They don't have the money that they're saying. Think about it. You're retired. What are you going to do in the last fucking fifth of your life before you depart from this world forever? You're going to spend your time on YouTube responding to comments, making videos, editing. Think about it. It takes a long time. Is that how you're going to spend the last portion of your life? And they're going to say, well, I enjoy it. No, you don't. You enjoy the money because you need the money. That's all these retired fuckers on YouTube, these countries. I'll get to those motherfuckers at some point. It's a whole big fucking army of these bitches. And I know about all of them. Most of them anyway. I know their whole song and dance. So let's take a look here and see. So let's take a look. So learn how to move to Thailand and join my community. So this is what you typically see, these fucking YouTube scammers, these internet scammers, internet marketing, right? Folks, internet marketing has always been a scam. And I've thought this way for more than 20 years, going on 25 years. Whenever I heard the term internet marketing, I thought scammer. I mean, marketing to some degree, there's a lot of disingenuous things going on with marketing, but internet marketing 100% is a total fucking scam. And I thought this way 25 years ago when the internet was just emerging. Imagine how it's become today. Holy shit. But so take a look at this. He wants you to join his community. Okay. Now, as you're going to see here, you think, oh, okay, I'll just join the community. What's it going to hurt? It's free. It's free. Well, guess what? He leverages this whole community in order to sell you access to his mentorship. Oh, you have access to his community. So think about it. If you're part of these fucking stooges joining this community, you get a bunch of suckers who have paid this guy for mentorship, and now they're coming to you bugging your ass. You stupid fucking idiots. You're working for this fucking clown without knowing it. Okay? Let's take a look at this. See what we got here. His community. Whenever you hear community, folks, run for the hills. That's kind of like cult formation, like-minded people, community, it's a fucking cult. Discord, Facebook, private Facebook groups. They want to keep you sequestered from any type of critical analysis. The fuck? Look at what the fuck? Okay, I didn't see this. Oh, okay. Is this the unlock the freedom? So you can see. So take a look at this. You can see this is clearly from some template. So he's involved with some marketing scam company. It's a template. What he's done. It's a total template. You all know this, right? Total template. You fill in the headline, and it's a template creator. It creates the whole website. You all understand that, right? You all do know this, right? So take a look. Unlock the freedom to travel and earn remotely in 90 days for 9-to-5ers looking to relocate abroad. Unlock the freedom, right? Freedom, liberty, right? To travel and earn remotely. He's going to show you. He's going to show you how to do it. The exact blueprint I used to escape abroad and become a digital nomad. Okay. Global Nomads Club. And so you've got the whole little fake reviews here, like, it doesn't even, there's nothing to click. Like you can click it and I want to see the reviews, right? Nothing. It's a scam. Hey, friend, if you've been looking for a way to break free from the traditional job market and create an income online, I mean, this is like the typical fucking scam, right? Read this. Dude, hey, Paul Lee, it's 2024, going on 25, and you're still using this fucking decade-old little pitch? Are you fucking kidding me? What a fucking scammer. Total scam. Okay? So, once again, folks, notice how he's appealing to the anti-work crew, the anti-work crowd. And that's the big movement going on now, right? That's the big movement. The anti-work crowd. It's been going on for a few years now, how, oh, you don't have to work and, show you how to make money, passive income. It's kind of, I call it the anti-work movement, right? Where they're pitching you ways where you don't really have to work. It appeals to the lazy dipshits, the stupid ass people who are never going to amount to anything. Guess what, folks? The people who have done things in their lives, who have built companies, right? They've worked their asses off, and there's no fucking shortcuts. The best you can get is guidance from legitimate experts. But guess what? They're never going to be around to guide you. Anyone who's going to sell you a mentorship, showing you how to be a great entrepreneur, I'll guarantee you they're not a great entrepreneur. They're a fucking scammer, making money selling their fucking pitch. Okay? People that are great entrepreneurs, really important, successful business people, they're not going to waste time pitching to your ass. They're going to be involved in their business, and they're going to be spending all their fucking time in their business. And the time that they get free, they're going to enjoy themselves. They're going to enjoy their free time with their family and their friends. They're not going to be pitching to your ass. Okay? That's how you tell these people are scammers, by the way. Okay? I mean, think about it for a second. Now, I have a lot of criticisms, obviously, of, say, a guy like Jeff Bezos, right? He's transformed over the years, but, clearly he built a mammoth company, right? He's highly successful. Think about if Jeff Bezos is going to start a mentorship. Do you ever think he would do that? No. Why would he not do that? Because Jeff Bezos is successful. He has plenty of money. His time is valuable. He knows he's not going to be on this earth forever. He wants to enjoy his life with people he likes to be around and to do things he wants to do. He's not going to waste his fucking time pitching some mentorships to some fucking idiots. You understand? Only scammers do that. You got to get that through your fucking head. Only scammers do that. Got it? And successful people never went through mentors. I can assure you that. They never did. Maybe instead of a mentor, what you need is a fucking shrink. You need a psychiatrist. Okay? Probably. I'd say most of these people who are going to mentors have mental fucking issues. They need to actually get medical treatment. That will help them much better than going to these fucking charlatans. Okay? So go ahead and read this bullshit. So he's telling you I'll bet you $1 million fucking dollars this is a lie. He was not paying $3,000 a month. I'll guarantee you that. Guaranteed. Guaranteed. Okay. So he's claiming he lives in Thailand, in Bangkok, for $1,750 a month. Okay. Well, typically, let me just go ahead and tell you, folks. These guys with their cost of living bullshit, they never include things like medical insurance, like real medical insurance. Okay, it's going to cost you a couple $100 a month. I'm talking for a good fucking plan, at least $200 a month, depending upon your age. They don't talk about these things, other things as well. Okay, they tell you what they're spending on their rent, on their food, on incidentals. That's it. They don't talk about many of these important things, and they don't factor in unforeseeable things. They don't factor in travel. I can tell you right now, $1,750 in Bangkok, and you're not having a fun life. I can assure you right now, your life is not too fun. Okay? Now, of course, he's living in a fucking shoebox, same size shoebox he lived in New York. I mean, I don't know. He's making $150. he claims, and he's living in a $550 a month apartment. Makes sense to you? No, it doesn't make sense to me. It's the perfect environment to build up your income in career without sacrificing your lifestyle. You see, selling the dream. Selling the dream, it's easy. It's a good thing to do. Anyone can do it. Any fucking idiot. This appeals to the low-hanging fruit, the lazy, dumb people who are going to be much better off actually applying themselves, going to university, studying something valuable, right? Going to a trade school, learning a valuable skill, whether it's to become an electrician, to become a plumber, right? Whatever. Doing something valuable through a credible institution, right? Not going to some fucking digital nomad scam artist selling you a bunch of horse shit. This is how he's making his money, folks. This is how he's making his money. You got it? The truth is, he says, you don't have to work 9 to 5 and work 50 plus years in order to escape to a beautiful paradise like Thailand. Okay, let's take a look at this sentence. Folks, first of all, let me tell you something right now. Selling the idea that you shouldn't work a 9 to 5 comes from who? All these people, these scammers. Who was their mentor? I told you guys a long time ago. The real problem with scam artists like Tony Robbins and Robert Kiyosaki. They're breeding new generations of scammers. These people are pitching you the Robert Kiyosaki multi-level marketing, Donald Trump, so on and so forth, bullshit pitch. That you shouldn't work 9 to 5, that you shouldn't have a job, that you shouldn't have a college education, that you shouldn't have a 401k. You understand now, right? You see all this stuff's coming together from my fucking teachings, right? The fact is that you do want a 9 to 5 job. You know why? That's a career. That's stability. You understand? You're working for a corporation. You're working for a company that's providing you with a predictable stream of income, wages. And you know what? You know what the good thing is about a salary? Guess what? It helps you budget. It helps you pay the mortgage. It helps you pay the car payment because you have that money guaranteed coming in. You understand? And even more important, most of you, if you have a good job, a normal good job, you're getting benefits. They're paying for most of your health care in America, right? The corporations are typically paying 80 to 90% of your medical insurance costs. That's huge. The typical employee compensation package includes about 40% employee benefits. In other words, you don't just look at the wages, the income. The total benefits the employee gets from the typical company is about 40% of their total compensation. When you look at medical insurance, which they cover, if you don't know what I'm talking about, then you've never worked for a company that paid for your health insurance and been unemployed. Because once you lose that job, guess what? You're paying for medical on your own. And you get this huge fucking bill. Okay? You're getting a medical insurance bill of at least $1,000 a month, maybe $2,000, depending upon your situation, your family. Okay? The company was paying most of that before, right? So they want to tell you that the 9 to 5 job's not good. No, it's actually pretty good for those people who want to have stability, who want to have a family. Because guess what? You need stability if you're going to have a family. You got people depending upon you. You understand? 50 plus years. Who's working 50 years? I don't know anybody working 50 years. Okay? I don't know about that. Okay. So, and by the way, let me just mention something, folks. I didn't work a 9 to 5 job. I've never worked a 9 to 5 job. But I understand, I appreciate the benefits of a 9 to 5 job. See, that's the funny thing here. I'm the exact person that could come out and tell you. I could pitch you my life and pitch you courses and mentorships. I'm one of the first, I could claim to be one of the first digital nomads in the world. I've been working remotely for more than 20 years. You see that? I don't do that. That's all a bunch of horse shit. I'm not going to associate myself with the scam movement. It's the scam movement run by scammers there to defraud people, to mislead people, to promote bullshit ideas, to lure people in. I didn't work a 9-to-5 job, but guess what? A 9-to-5 job can be a very good thing. And it is a very good thing for the vast majority of people. Understand that. A 9-to-5 job is a very good thing for the vast majority of the population. Okay? Write that down. It's a fact. And then we see basically saying you don't need to work a 9-to-5 job for 50 plus years, which I don't know anybody that's worked 50 plus years. Okay? To escape to a beautiful paradise like Thailand. Folks, Thailand ain't paradise. That's fact. Thailand is not paradise. Let me ask you a question. Does paradise sound like a place where you, as a foreigner, are constantly being monitored by police, by the officials, your internet connection, your internet signals, everything you're doing online, everything you're doing on your mobile phone is constantly being under surveillance. You're under constant surveillance by the officials. That's fact. That's what's going on in Thailand. You do know that, right? Every time you want to stay somewhere, if it's a hotel, or even if you want to go to a friend's house and stay overnight, you have to file with immigration. You know that? You want to go to a hotel in Thailand? Well, guess what? They got to see your passport. Why do you think they need to see your passport? Because they're filling out the information, reporting it to immigration. Immigration wants to know where the fuck you are 24 hours a day. That's what you call a police state. You got it? Did you know that? How come none of these motherfuckers on ScamTube are telling you this? Ask yourself the question, how come none of these motherfuckers on ScamTube are telling you this? You got it? Because they're all fucking scammers. They don't care about the truth. They don't care about telling you the full picture. They want to sell you a fucking dream so you'll watch their videos. They can make money off ads. You'll subscribe. You'll give them money because they're all e-beggars, right? You understand? Every time you want to, say you want to go and stay with your friend overnight, just across the street. You want to stay at your friend's place. Guess what? Your friend is required by law to fill out what's called a TM30. That's an immigration form. That person must inform the immigration that you are at your place overnight. That's right. If you don't believe me, look it the fuck up. Okay? Ask yourself, what kind of country is that? Folks, that's a country where they don't trust no outsiders. They're watching you like a hawk. Now, that's fine. No, that's fine. You can say, okay, well, they're concerned about their national security. Okay, fine. My point is this. Does that sound like paradise to you? Is that paradise? Does that sound like paradise? It doesn't sound like paradise to me. Okay? Does it sound like paradise to you when you go through the airport and they have complete biometrics on you? They got all your prints, your fingerprints, your thumbprints. They got your iris scan. And now they're doing face scans, facial scans. They got that stored in their digital systems. And you say, well, okay, it's okay. I don't have a problem with that. Oh, really? Well, do you think that these countries in Asia, you think that they're competent handling technology? They're about as competent handling technology as they are driving, using cars. Okay? I know about these things intimately. They're not competent in technology. Let me give you an example, and you can look this the fuck up if you don't believe me. About 4 or 5 years ago, it was discovered that the Thai government had a open access to about 10 years of passport visa information on, I don't know, over 100 million foreigners. They had it on their website without any password protection. This was discovered by a third-party cybersecurity firm. I remember when this happened. I remember hearing about it. Okay? So I don't know exactly when it was. It was sitting there, the information on foreigners, all their information, not protected by any password. That's how incompetent these governments are in Asia. They are not competent enough to handle technology. You understand? All these countries think, oh, we got the technology, we can use it. Now, you need special fucking training. Folks, this incompetence is typical in Thailand. Incompetence is a very typical situation. It's a problem in Thailand. Okay, now, Thais are polite. They're very well mannered. Okay, but when it comes to technology, they're behind the curve. Okay, and if you think it's bad there, how do you think it is in Cambodia? How do you think it is in the Philippines? You understand? Okay, so does that sound like paradise to you, where your fingerprint scans, your facial scans, your passport information potentially could fall into the hands of the dark web very easily? Is that paradise? Right? Is it paradise when you're constantly being monitored? Is that paradise? I don't think so. I don't think so. Okay? So you're not going to hear this by any of these fucking scammers on Scam2. I'm telling you the goddamn fucking facts. Okay? I'm telling you the shit you're not going to hear anywhere else. And I have a lot more information, a lot more fucking truth bombs about this topic, about these countries that you don't know about because you're getting bullshit information from a bullshit source, YouTube. Okay? Remember, ad-based content is there to fuck you, not to provide value to you, to fuck you, to squeeze you, to screw you. Once you realize that, then you're going to stay away from ad-based content. Okay? So, because I'm about to share with you the same system that helped me go from struggling at a 9 to 5 to make ends meet in New York to living in paradise. Wait a second. Wait a second. He's telling you that he was struggling to make ends meet. Wait a second. Didn't he tell you guys that he grossed $1 million a year, and his net after all expenses was $440,000, $450,000, $440,000? Didn't he say that? You understand what I'm saying, folks? When you see the inconsistencies, it's clear the guy's a fucking scammer, pathological liar, fraudster. It's easy to tell. I didn't even see this. I didn't go through this before. It's the first time I'm seeing it. Okay? It's that fucking easy. It's not just this guy. It's all these motherfuckers. All these guys selling you their horse shit. Okay? But people are fucking stupid. They fall for everything. Okay? So 3 remote income streams to unlock freedom. Freedom. Notice they use freedom. 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 Liberty. Freedom. Freedom. Market-based capitalism. Right? International Airbnb arbitrage. This is the word, the term you hear from these fucking idiots. Geographical arbitrage. I'm using the power of geographical arbitrage. Wow, you sound really sophisticated. You must know what you're talking about. Fucking idiots. Stop using terms that don't apply to what you're talking about to make you sound knowledgeable, you fucking scammer. Just stop it. Okay? So let's continue. Learn how to start and manage Airbnb properties globally without actually having to own properties. And the best part is monthly passive income. See, passive income. Does that sound like passive income to you folks? No. Hey, Paul, either you're a complete fucking airhead, idiot, or you're a vile scammer. I think you're both. I mean, how can you be so fucking stupid to sit there and say you're actually going to work? He's telling you you're going to work, and it's passive income, right? Managing Airbnb properties. I mean, you don't think that's work? You know what managing Airbnb is, right? That's when you become the fucking the low rent butler. You know the low rent butler. That's when you go to these little apartments that you're hosting at Airbnb, and you make sure all the soap is there, and you clean all the dishes, and you fix everything up. That's managing the Airbnb. And you go online and you have conversations with these fucking losers who want to, oh, what's your property like? Oh, well, oh, okay, yeah, great to see you, right? That's managing an Airbnb. And by the way, the whole Airbnb is a total fucking scam. You know who's behind it? The usual suspects, right? Right? You know that the fucking criminal behind it. Take a close look at him. He's in the fucking cabal. Why do you think the company exists? Why do you think it exists? Because it takes two things to get a criminal fucking company out there, right? Two things. Number one, it takes a criminal fucking mind. Only a criminal mind would even think about creating a fraudulent platform like Airbnb. Same thing with Uber. Only it takes a criminal mind. It's a certain type of person who's going to think about how to fuck the system. Okay? And they're thinking about how to fuck the system because they know they got their connections. You understand? You all do know, of course, how Uber and Airbnb, this is known. They've paid off officials. They use their connections, their network connections, their wink wink buddy system. You got it? You understand? And then it takes the second thing is what? It takes Wall Street. It takes bank money. You understand? Why does it seem like always Wall Street is taking the IPOs of scam companies that are run by people that are related to them? Think about that for a second. It's either the fact that Wall Street only wants to support their buddies, or that these people are just all scammers. I mean, no one else is a scammer. I mean, I don't know which one. You can answer that for yourself. But those are the two possibilities that seem likely to me. Okay. Airbnb is a scam. Airbnb is now more expensive than hotels. It should never be compared to a hotel. It doesn't offer the services of a hotel. It's fucked up the real estate market. And in many countries, it's operating illegally, by the way. Okay. Including, I believe, Bangkok. I don't think Airbnb is legal. So he wants to tell you about Airbnb as his first thing. Folks, you want to learn, if you want to get involved in that horse shit, the information is free. It's online. Just do a little search. You'll find it. It's pretty fucking simple. And by the way, if you really need someone to show you, to tell you how to do something as simple as renting out on Airbnb, like you can't do it on your own and kind of learn as you go along, you're never going to get anywhere in your life, okay? If you need someone to tell you how to do something very fucking simple, you're never going to get anywhere in your life. You're going to be a loser forever, okay? Remote job opportunities. Learn how to land high-paying remote jobs that you can work from anywhere. Well, I can tell you, folks, Paul shares with you where to find these jobs, how to apply, and how to maximize your chances of working remotely. These jobs basically don't exist. They don't exist from guys like Paul. Okay, he's talking about shit jobs like Upwork and Fiverr. Okay, shit like that. High-paying remote jobs. You have to be highly skilled and patched into the corporate stratosphere. Okay, you understand. You're not going to just be some fucking idiot to come out there and get a high-paying remote job. It doesn't work that way. It doesn't work that way. I can tell you that right now. You've already got to be in the corporate loop, and you have to have a lot of experience and a lot of skills. But you see, he's trying to tell you basically you can be a loser. I mean, go back up here and see. Anyone can do it. Anyone can do it. He's going to show you. Understand? Read all this. Complete fraudster. He's telling you anyone can do this. Anyone. He's going to show you all this stuff. You can get a high-paying job, right? And then he's going to show you number 3, content and personal branding. Learn how Paul grew his social media following to 200,000K plus and 100 million plus views in just 1 year. Paul shows you step by. Isn't this kind of Meet Kevin, right? Meet Kevin, right? First of all, this guy's lying once again. He's actually using the views of CNBC, okay? But anyway, whatever. So, what is the Global Nomads Club? It's a scam. It's what it is. Paul, you're a fraud, dude. Go back to America. Get an honest job and stop fucking defrauding people. Stop ruining people's lives. You're lying to them. You're making them think they can be an idiot, have no skills, have nothing, pay you money, and you can show them how to get a high-paying job and live in paradise. No, it doesn't work that way. Look at this guy. This guy actually kind of looks like George Clooney. Did George Clooney join your fucking global network, Paul? Is this George Clooney? Is George Clooney in your network, Paul? Huh? So take a look at this. Thailand moving and travel advice. Learn exactly how to move to Thailand. The best places. How the fuck do you know the best place? How to move? What do you mean how to move? I mean, if you need help on how to move to a country, you have mental issues. Don't fucking move. You're not going to survive. Okay? The best place, you don't know the best place to stay, Paul. You haven't been there long enough. The best visas, dating. I can tell you, the best visas, folks, just go online, look at the visas, look at what they offer, and there you go. The information's free. Many fucking grifters on YouTube have already done it. You got the retirement visa over 50. You got the destination Thailand visa, 5-year visa. It's very easy to get. This is probably the best visa out there. And then you got the 10-year visa. Not that difficult to get. Just look it up. It's fucking easy. It's easy fucking peasy. You don't need this fucking clown to tell you what, what's out there. It's all out there anyway. Free. Okay, great. So join today and get Airbnb hosting membership valued at $1,000. No, it's not. It's zero value, dude. High-paying remote work job hours valued at $500. Look, wow, it's offered $3,200. Unlock special offer now. You see this typical fucking boilerplate generic internet marketing scam. This is a total fucking cookie cutter generic, right? You all understand this. They have these, whatever this, I don't know the company is using. You basically type in a few words and the whole layout is the same. You all know this, right? You can tell. Hopefully you all know this. I mean, I don't even pay attention to this shit, and I know it because I've seen plenty of these things. It's the same fucking song and dance. This is not a website. It's some type of a fucking landing page. Some company sells this horse shit to these internet marketing scam artists, right? The fucking scam. And, the typical fake testimonial bullshit. Okay, great. So let's take a look now. Wow. Let's take a look. Let's see what he's got here. Because I've got this
Welcome, my name is Paul Lee, and in this very quick slide presentation, I'm going to be sharing with you how to replace your 9-to-5 with a 100% remote income so you can achieve freedom to travel and earn remotely. So just a heads up, this is only for you if you're tired of working a 9-to-5 job with no freedom and not being able to travel or move where you want. If that doesn't sound like you, then this program is not for you. You can just go ahead and stop watching right now. So to begin, you need to understand that 99% of people have been programmed to think that life requires working a 9-to-5 job until you're 60 and then being able to achieve the freedom to do what you want, like traveling, to moving, relaxing, and not being able to work. They study and work super hard and are still unable to do things that they want, like travel, like living in a beautiful place and making ends meet because their cost of living is so high. So just to show you a little bit of my journey, this is what it was like before. I was working a 9-to-5 job, 6 days a week. I actually dropped out of college as well. Virtually had no time, no freedom, no choice. And I was not able to travel and experience the world, which was my biggest motivation. But fast forward to now, my life has changed dramatically because all of my money is online and it's all remote, right? I'm able to travel virtually anywhere I want at any time I want. I've been featured on multiple articles like CNBC, like Business Insider, etc. So that's why I want you to realize that remote income is the key to achieve this new lifestyle, because you're always going to have to work. You're always going to have to make money. So you might as well do it. That way you can leverage your time and your freedom as much as possible. So this is why remote work is a life hack. All you need is your phone, your laptop, and your Wi-Fi. Wi-Fi, and the money you make can literally 2 to 5x.
You hear that, folks? You hear what he's saying there? He's trying to sell you a dream. He's trying to say, look, you don't have to work 9 to 5. You don't have to work hard. You can live remotely. You can have peace and happiness. You can live in paradise. He's going to show you how. You understand? This guy's a complete fucking fraud. Notice all the stock images, the stock video, the fucking fake bullshit.
Just by relocating, especially if you make Western salary and live in non-Western countries. And it's not just about relocation either. If you do it right, literally everything.
And then, of course, he tells you how he was on CNBC, right? That's what all these guys, folks, if you've been taking notes, I've been giving you several rules to spot con artists and scams and scammers. Whenever they talk about their media appearance, that's a red flag, right? Not red flag, it's a goddamn telltale sign. That's fucking fact. Whenever they talk about, they show you that they've been on this, they're trying to tell you that they're legitimate, because they know that people, the typical idiot, thinks the media is legitimate. The media, if you've been in the media, that's much, much, much more of an indicator that you're a scammer. That's fact. It's much, much more of an indicator that you're a scammer. You got it?
Else in your life will improve. Your peace, your happiness, your mental health, getting rid of old values like
Yeah. Remote work hack, right? He wants to tell you how you can do it. It's all freedom and liberty. What a fucking scam artist piece of shit. Hopefully you guys see this as a total fucking fraud. This guy's a total fraud.
individualism or
And remember, CNBC is helping to power this guy's fucking scam. Just like CNBC helped to power Meet Kevin's scam and Graham Stephan's scam. And what do? You all may have thought it was innocent before. What do they end up doing? They ended up defrauding people, putting them into FTX, getting paid by fucking FTX scam Ponzi scheme, right? They got paid to pitch that shit. They got paid to pitch other crypto scams. You understand? So where's this guy going to be in a year, 2 years? What is he going to be pitching? You understand what's going on here? The big fucking picture.
materialism or old beliefs, your net worth can improve, your active lifestyle, your friends, relationships, dating, your network, life experiences, culture, literally everything else will improve if you relocate. But you don't have to relocate if you don't want to. This is all about freedom and doing what you actually want to do. And this is why I particularly recommend remote.
Look at this. Why remote work is the key to freedom. Less risky. No, wrong. That's false. It's much, 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 much riskier, without a doubt. Stable. No, sorry. This is complete opposite. What are you, fucking stupid? Yeah, you are stupid. You're not fucking college educated. You obviously couldn't get into college like Johnny F.D., by the way. It's the most risky. It's the least stable. It's not beginner friendly. Folks, remote work is not beginner friendly. Let me tell you right now, you got these scammers telling you can go on Upwork and all these other sites and basically practice on customers. I've seen it. I've been a victim of it. Fucking idiots out there practicing on you, charging you money. They don't know what the fuck they're doing. Okay? Telling you don't need tech skills or years of experience. Oh, you can be a nobody. Okay? You don't need high income skills. You can start from anywhere. You don't need you don't need anything. You don't need anything. You can be a useless loser, idiot, fuck up anywhere in the world, and he's going to show you how to be successful. You got it? You see that? This guy is a 1,000,000% scam artist. He's in the same fucking boat as Meet Kevin, as Graham Stephan, as Tom Nash, as Andre Jake, as Jeremy Lefebvre, as all these motherfuckers. Okay? Why isn't CoffeeZilla calling out these digital nomad scammers? Because CoffeeZilla is the useful idiot. You understand? Okay? He can't make any money calling out digital nomad scammers. You understand? Can't make any money off ads doing that. Anyway.
Work because it's the least risky and stable and beginner friendly. Unlike a lot of these other business models like Airbnb or e-commerce and all these other things, they have some risk and they're not.
Don't you all love this stock video footage? I mean, think about it. This is all fucking stock video footage. You all understand that, right?
Not as easy, and it can oftentimes be a bit volatile, but as soon as you land a remote work job, you're stable. Those paychecks are getting into your account every single other week. You don't have to stress, unlike with owning a business. And you don't need tech skills. You don't need years of experience. You don't need to have a master's degree at Harvard or whatever. You don't need high income skills. You can literally start from anywhere, and you don't need an existing work from anywhere job. Now, first off, let's meet Michelle. This is the best remote work expert that I'm going to be partnering with in this program. Michelle has over 10 years of experience in recruiting and helped over 150 normal people from all around the world land their dream remote jobs. With my knowledge on how to become a digital nomad and how to move, how to relocate, and with her knowledge and experience on how to get these remote work jobs, this literally makes it the best partnership
By the way,
available, and there's nothing else like this.
you did hear where he talked about e-commerce and Airbnb being risky, right? He mentioned they're risky. Did you hear that? But he's promoting Airbnb, is he not? Right? But wait a second, dude. How about a real job? That's not risky. A real job, a real career. You see, you're a low educated, uneducated fucking loser. You don't understand what it's like to be able to qualify to be in the real world, to work as a skilled tradesperson because you're too fucking dumb and lazy to become an electrician, to become a plumber, to become a carpenter, right? And you're too fucking lazy to start your own business, whether it be landscaping or what have you, carpet cleaning, or let's say the academic world. You're too stupid to go and get a degree for a career before you can get an employment, good employment, engineering, right? Let's say, or something maybe allied health or something like that. No, no. You want to take the easy way out, and that's who you're appealing to. You're appealing to a bunch of people who, many of which who were listening to this, who listen to this guy. Many of you people out there, you may have given up on yourself. You may have thought, well, I'm a loser. I'm just going to go for something like this guy because it sounds easy. Folks, let me tell you right now, worst thing you can do is go for guys like this, is go for their pitch. Best thing you can do is to keep trying. Okay, you go to institutions, you go to people who are credible. And I'm not talking about some guy selling you fucking horseshit, smoke and mirrors. Some smoke and mirrors remote working paradise. That's bullshit. You want to work in a trade? You go and you get a job with a plumbing company. You want to be a plumber? Master plumbers make a lot of money. Okay? It's not that difficult. Take some physical labor, do the hard work, right? You dig in a lot of holes, a couple of years, then you become a plumber, you take some tests, so on and so forth. Eventually you become a master plumber, then you're all set. Okay, you can become matter of fact, you want to do remote work, you can actually do that theoretically remotely. I wouldn't recommend it, but okay. You could be an HVAC guy, right? For some of you out there who don't particularly like school, don't think that you're intelligent enough to go through coursework, be an HVAC guy, be a plumber, right? Um, other trades that do well, right? Um, or academics. But stay away from these fucking grifters because this is how these guys are making money, selling you fucking bullshit dreams, empty promises, delusions of grandeur. I'm telling you right now. And unfortunately, people just don't fucking get it because all the scammers out there making all the money. That tells me that there's a lot of fucking stupid people that keep falling for these guys. It's almost a waste of time for me to even cover guys like this.
You're going to get access to both of us as mentors on your journey, guiding you every single step of the way. So you need to destroy the belief that you need to stay at your current job and that you need to be hyper skilled to land a life-changing remote job. Literally anybody can do this. It's perfect for those who are tired of being trapped in a cubicle, long commute times, physically locked down to your environment. All you have to do is just follow our simple framework. We're going to be showing you exactly where to look. You're going to get access to over 150 remote job boards and over 1,000 remote companies. So you're not just searching by yourself, you're literally being shown exactly where to look. And not only that, for the first 12 weeks, we're going to be giving you hand-picked
Yeah. Once again, the Robert Kiyosaki pitch, right? You don't need a 9 to 5 job, right? The Robert Kiyosaki pitch. Folks, stay away from these disgusting fucking scammers. These people are toxic as hell.
beginner-friendly jobs that we recommend specifically.
What he's doing, he's also selling you basically a job-seeking service. You see, he wants to hit every fucking nail he can find, right? Think about it. He wants to sell you this fucking bullshit service. He doesn't know what the fuck he's doing. Complete fucking scam artist.
We're going to be sharing your CV personally with our network of 14,000 recruiters. This is unavailable literally anywhere else. And we're going to show you how to perfect your resume, your cover letter, your CV, and your interviews. Immediately, what you're going to get is a free onboarding call with me. You're going to get access to 90 lessons on specifically how to get these remote work jobs, access to 150 specialized remote job boards, access to 1,000 plus remote companies, handpicked jobs, like I said, specifically sent to you weekly, your CV shared with 14,000 recruiters, resume, CV, cover letter, guide, and templates for these remote work jobs. Literally all of these resources that will increase your chances of getting a remote work job dramatically. You're also going to be getting weekly group calls with me and Michelle. You're going to get LinkedIn optimization guidance and exclusive jobs on LinkedIn, access to 280 members in our community of digital nomads, like-minded others, of remote workers. You're also going to be able to meet some of our members in our exclusive meeting.
You don't have no network of 14,000 recruiters. That's a bunch of horse shit. Folks, this guy is a complete fraud, complete scam artist. He's a complete fucking YouTube grifter, bullshit artist trying to live off the CNBC media celebrity horse shit.
And networking events, and you're going to be getting assistance with your interviews and negotiating offers. But that's not it. You're also going to be learning how to move abroad to Thailand if that's where you want to move to.
The problem is that people don't understand. They don't understand that this guy can be reported to the FTC. Report this motherfucker to the FTC. He is defrauding people. He is lying. People like this fall under the radar. Hell, I mean, Meet Kevin hasn't even been sued by the FTC. Think about that. Grant Cardone hasn't even been sued by the FTC. What the fuck is going on? These folks, this is the crime that pays. This is why everybody's fucking scamming everybody. They don't go. Nothing happens to them. Nothing fucking happens to them. This is why. And ScamTube is the source. They're the portal that provides much of these scams, facilitates these scam artists. Is ScamTube. Complete fucking media horseshit. I'd love to have access to a button I could press for all media organizations. I could press that button and let's just say they would all disappear immediately. That would be beautiful.
Tips on dating abroad and creating your lifestyle, international VIP housing.
He wants to give you tips on dating too. He covers everything. He's got it all. Oh, well, tips on dating. Okay, you sold me. It was close, but I was on the fence until you gave me tips on dating and banking agents and Visa and VIP. Fucking scam.
And Visa and banking agents, exclusive resources for insurance, legal, and tax advisors. If you're interested in pursuing content creation as a living and as a way to sustain your digital nomad lifestyle, you're going to be learning directly from me. Just look at all these views I've been able to collect. Over 100 million views in just 1 year. This right here is a full-time income if you do it right. And these are the advantages. You can work literally from anywhere. I happen to be in Thailand. You have a cheaper cost of living if you decide to relocate, and your money goes a lot farther. For example, $3,000 a month in New York City, you can barely get by, versus $3,000 a month in Thailand.
Notice, of course, he wants to this whole passport bros bullshit. And we're going to get into the Johnny FT. It's going to be interesting to see. These guys all have something in common. Hey, boy, you don't know what the fuck you're talking. Tips on dating? Tips on dating? What the fuck do you know? I mean, what type of special knowledge do you have other than scamming people? You have no fucking knowledge. You're a fucking kid scammer in your 20s. Folks, you understand what's going on. Take a look at this fraudster. Take a look. And then take a close look at all these other fraudsters on ScamTube. Do you think he's any different?
You're living in a penthouse overlooking the beautiful city and literally can eat out every single day. You can do literally what
you can do whatever you want. It's cheap to eat, right? Notice he's showing you steak. Do you really think this is the type of food he's buying on his $500 a month food budget in Thailand? I can assure you it's not. This is another fucking lie.
Whatever you want without breaking the bank for just around $3,000 a month in Thailand. But you might
wait a second. Live comfortably in Thailand for $3,000 a month. Do you see how he's changing it now? Wait a second. Before it was he's saying he's living on 1750 and you can do it. Now he's bumping it up to 3,000. Right? Interesting, huh? You notice the inconsistency?
be asking, is this actually for you? You might be wondering, do you need high skills, experience? Your current job doesn't allow you to travel. You're not sure about your future or travel plans. You have no knowledge of the visa or language or housing of these other countries you might want to be visiting. So I'm going to be sharing with you some testimonials. These are just regular, everyday people.
The main goal of Remote Rebellion is to find a remote job and have that freedom. Now I'm able to stay based in Indonesia, which is where I wanted to be, which is my dream.
This woman here,
You got it? That's who he's appealing to. The typical scam artist on YouTube appeals to desperate, dumb, and lazy. Right? Think about it. Desperate, dumb, and lazy. Grant Cardone, who does he appeal to? Desperate, dumb, and lazy. Also greedy, right? Greedy. Desperate, dumb, lazy, and greedy. Meet Kevin. Who does he appeal to? Desperate, dumb, right? Lazy, and greedy. And they've all got the secrets for you. All these con men, they all have many things in common, right? You don't need anything, no skills, this, that. They're going to show you how. They're going to do it well. And take a look at their jet. They're going to show you look at my lifestyle. Look at my jet. Look at my car. This can be yours too. I mean, are people still falling for these fucking scammers? If you're falling for these, I mean, this MO is so fucking played out. I don't care if you're fucking 20 years old or 18. This MO is so fucking played out by now. If you're falling for this shit, I really hope that you don't ever have children. I don't want your genes passed along into the world for the benefit of society, for the benefit of the human population.
She was able to get a remote work job just in 3 months, and she literally moved to Bali, which is her dream city. Here's another testimonial.
Had 3 offers in a week. Impressive. Even people around me, family, friends, they cannot believe it.
3 job opportunities in just 1 week. That is just insane. And after watching this video, you can scroll down and watch the other successful case studies. These are just normal people who were able to find their dream job. So the point is, you don't need to be a top 1% tech-savvy corporate poster child to get a remote job. You can literally be anyone and start from scratch. So that's the goal of this program. It's to get you a remote income, to make this escape as realistic and as smooth as possible, and to avoid the mistakes that I made along my journey of doing this for 4 years. You don't have to go through this journey alone. I know how hard it is to start from scratch without knowing anything. I literally started from scratch. I wish I had all these resources and all this mentorship when I first got started. There's literally nothing else like this. That's why I've officially decided to open up this mentorship.
Oh, look, this is the scarcity scam. You all know the scarcity scam? The scarcity scam. Only 10 people. I better hurry. There's only 10. There's never any scarcity. There's never any limit. It's a complete fucking lie. It's a hoax. They do the same thing on Patreon. Oh, our $1,000 a month Patreon special VIP is sold out. You can get the $50. You understand? These scammers are so fucking easy to detect. It's a fucking child's play. Paul Lee, you're a scam artist. My name's Mike Stathis. You're a fraud. You're a scammer. Stop selling scams. Stop misleading people. Stop lying. Just stop it. You think now you're based in Lieland, you know, Lieland, where they fucking lie about everything? You're based in Lieland, and you think that you're free from the U.S. authorities for scamming people. No, you're not. No, you're not. You can be fucking sued, buddy. The FTC can come after your ass. You got it?
for the public, but we're only going to be accepting.
You know, the funny thing, these guys, they all love to hang out in these countries like Thailand, because Thailand is infamous for scams. You all do know that, right? That's a whole nother topic of many discussions. Um, you know, they don't call it the land of scams for nothing, because the fact is that the vast majority of the scams the police are in on. You all do know that, right? You all do know that. The police are in on the scams. You know, the great thing about Thailand, if you're a scammer, is that Thailand is an equal opportunity country for scamming. Okay? The only thing you need is money. There's no discrimination or special status. If you got the money and you're paying the right people, then you can scam. And this is the way it is in most developing countries. I should say all developing countries. Okay? Some developing countries, it's not it's a little bit different depending upon the country. Um, I'm not going to get into that. But Thailand, without a doubt, is a very money-centric country. If you got the money, you can get away with scams. Okay? You can look into this stuff. There's plenty of scams going on. I'm talking major scams, real estate scams. Just look it up. If you want to find out information about things, you don't go on ScamTube. You go online, do some searches, you find out some real information. You're going to get disinformation from all these fucking grifters on ScamTube. Okay? You can look into the call center scams that largely, well, Thailand probably is not as bad now. They're probably mostly in the Cambodia and the Philippines now. There's probably still some in Thailand, but for a very long time, Thailand was arguably the capital of at least Southeast Asia for these stock call center scams, where they have these fake investment companies and they have these boiler rooms that call people and sell fake shares in companies. I mean, I don't know if you guys know that, but for instance, Chiang Mai, Thailand, was a center of one of these call scams for a very, very long time. I don't know to what extent, if any, that there are call scams there, call centers there now. I don't know. But the fact is that certainly I don't think there's as much now, because the FBI and other global agencies got involved in these operations, and they pressured the Thai officials to bust a lot of them. Okay, Bangkok, there's a lot of scam call centers. I'm sure there's still some in Bangkok, a lot going on there. I mean, you're talking about the Bangkok real estate market is largely fueled by money laundering. Okay, I don't know if you guys know this. Money laundering fuels much of the money in the developing world, especially Asia. Okay, I don't know if you guys know this. This is just fucking like common knowledge if you're in touch with things. Okay, basically, you want something done in Thailand, you pay the police. Okay, that's the way it works. All these bar operators in Thailand, these girl bars, they're all paying the police, because it's illegal to have girls working at the bars who are soliciting customers for prostitution services. You can't have that. Okay. In fact, I've got actually, I have footage of a kingpin sex bar owner who actually admits that everyone knows that everybody pays the fucking police. Okay. I've got that as evidence if needed. Everybody knows that. Okay. It's a known thing. The Thais like to hide behind the foreigners. They don't want to be involved with the shady business themselves. They like to use the foreigners and they hide behind that. That's how it works in Thailand, by the way. Okay, every country is going to be a little bit different. And the extent of the corruption and fraud is going to be different. This is the way it works in Thailand. Okay, so this is why you have these guys that go out there and hang out. They think that they're okay. Well, guess what? Because these officials in these countries, generally speaking, whether it's Asia or Latin America, generally speaking, as long as you don't defraud the local people, they don't care. Okay? That's how it works. And these foreigners eventually figure that out. Doug Casey, Jeff Berwick, these guys, they figured that out. That's why they fucking vacated. They hauled ass, Jeff Berwick from Canada to Mexico, and Doug Casey from America to Argentina. You see, as long as they don't defraud the locals, the government, the police don't really fucking care. And if they find out that there's some pressure, they pay off the police and no problem. Okay? Only becomes a problem if you're defrauding the locals. So you get a lot of fucking scammers and criminals that hang out in these developing countries for that reason. They know that they're protected from the locals. They can just, worst case scenario, they pay off the police a little bit and they can continue. But most of the time, it doesn't even matter. They don't do anything. As long as they stay away from the locals. Folks, you're not going to ever, you never heard this anywhere else probably. You're never going to hear it anywhere else. I'm giving you the fucking expert analysis. The fucking expert analysis of the way it fucking works in paradise. Okay? Yeah, paradise if you're a fucking scammer.
10 people for now. So if you take action right now, you'll have the opportunity to join while it's still open, and you're going to unlock an exclusive price for a limited time. So all you have to do is just apply for a spot. Just so you know, you also have a money back guarantee. If you're not satisfied for whatever reason, you can get a 100% refund as long as you meet these criteria right here, which are explained also at the bottom of this page. So book a call now if you're seriously interested, and I look forward to meeting you.
Take a look at that. Hey, friend. Look at that. I mean, this is just... See that? I mean, think about it. Think about if you're a loser. If you're listening to this, on YouTube, you probably are a loser. But think about it. How can you refuse? It's an offer that's too good to be true, right? Fucking scammer, man. Total scammer. So he wants to show you here. He's including all, his CNBC make it. This is he's including this as his view counts and all this shit. He wants to show you every. So let me just say another thing, by the way. For those of you who think Thailand is paradise, do a little research on Koh Tao, the island of Koh Tao. It's spelled Koh. You can even find documentaries on ScamTube. It's become such a large issue. Kohtao, Koh Tao Island. They call it Death Island. And it's an example of how the typical the mafia groups in Thailand operate. I can tell you right now, folks, I've never gone to any islands in Thailand because I'm not a fucking dumbass. The islands are completely mafia controlled. Once you go on one of those islands, well, you're kind of there. You're kind of away from society. What goes on those islands, you don't have much of a choice. And just take a look and see what happened to Koh Tao, Death Island. All these foreigners have been fucking murdered there. Okay? And how the government has whitewashed everything and tried to cover it up. This is what happens in these countries, especially a country like Thailand that's dependent on tourism so much. They're highly dependent on tourism. So, of course, you don't hear things hit the media. It gets whitewashed. It doesn't report. It's not reported in the media. The media in Thailand is state controlled. You understand that, right? So whenever you have a lot of murders in, say, Pattaya, right? The sex capital, a lot of sex and drugs. What'll happen is you'll hear that the foreigner jumped off the balcony. Seems like a lot of foreigners, for some strange reason, fly to Pattaya, Thailand, just to jump off a fucking balcony and kill themselves. A little bit strange. You keep hearing about it over and over again, and it just doesn't fucking make sense. The reason why is they want to make sure and keep their image clean to the outside world for tourism. And that's what they did with Kotal, the murders from these two Brits that got the most publicity. You'll see it for yourself. Complete fucking bullshit, horseshit show. There's various mafia groups in Thailand. The taxi mafia, which is enough reason to stay away from Thailand in and of itself. The taxi mafia is a fucking disaster. No one ever talks about this on ScamTube. Okay, that deserves a whole nother video in and of itself. The umbrella mafia, that's right, I said it correctly. Umbrella mafia. You go to these beaches, go to Jomtien Beach, go to some of these beaches, and you'll see you can't see the beach. You can't walk by on the sidewalk and enjoy the ocean. You know why? Because every fucking inch of that beach is covered with umbrellas. You got a bunch of fucking mafioso people that want to take over the beach. And you gotta, if you want to get on the beach, you gotta rent their umbrella. So you can't even see the beach from the sidewalk. It's filled with a bunch of filthy, disgusting umbrellas. They completely ruin the experience on the beaches over there. Folks, you don't hear any of this stuff. You don't believe me? Take a look at some of these videos. You'll see the umbrellas in some of them. Depends upon where they are. Folks, I got so much shit on this. I know the whole fucking deal, I'm telling you. You're not hearing anything near the truth. You're hearing a lot more bullshit than you are the facts. Once again, just remember, I never heard about anybody, not a single person, risking their life to get into any of these developing countries, whether it be Thailand or the Philippines or any other developing country. Okay? But guess what? I hear all the time about people from all these countries, developing countries, trying to get into the West. It must be for a good fucking reason. You know what that reason is? Because they know that they have freedom, liberty, they have a lot of rights, and any of these expats, oh, we're talking about there's no freedom in America. I feel free in Thailand. Oh. Yeah, okay, dipshit. Where'd you go to school? Tell me your fucking academic background. Who the fuck are you? You're a dumbass. Don't even fucking talk disinformation. Okay, shut your fucking mouth, folks. It's all about the credentials, the credibility of who you're listening to. You got it? That's what I talk about all the time. Always check the credibility of who you're listening to. Okay? You're listening to a world-class analyst, a very well-educated guy who's not wrong very often at all. Not wrong at all. Okay? And when it comes to the easy shit like this, I mean, the investment stuff, the forecasting stuff, that's the difficult stuff. When it comes to easy shit like this, telling you about what's going on in these countries, I don't think I've ever been wrong. There's a lot of stuff out there, folks, and I can tell you right now, you're not going to get it on ScamTube. They're going to tell you it's paradise. Come out here, and let me tell you, the worst thing you can do as a youngster is bolt and leave your country in the West for one of these developing countries. You're fucked. You're gone. Once you do that, you're stuck. You can't go back. If you're gone for more than a year, you're probably not going to ever come back and get into the corporate world. You're done. You're not employable anymore. You understand that, right? Don't throw away the amazing opportunities that you have in front of you if you're living in the Western world. Now, you may not think that you have opportunities. I'll tell you what, you go to one of these fucking banana republics and you see how the people live and you see what's going on. You're not going to understand the economy. I'm telling you right now, they don't have opportunity unless they have major connections, unless they have a lot of money already. They don't have the ability to work hard and do well in these developing countries. That's the way it works. These are facts. Okay? Every single intelligent, educated person in the investment world, in economics, they all know all this. They're not going to say it because it's not politically correct. Okay? This is a fact. If you don't understand, I know this. I've lived this firsthand. I've seen this. I've seen people going to school in some of these countries from 8 in the morning until 10 at night. Why? Because they're trying to get an opportunity. Their parents want their kids to have an opportunity to get into a Western university. Okay? Because it doesn't matter how smart they are and how well they do in their country in school. It doesn't matter. They're going nowhere unless they know the right people. I'm telling you, folks, this is the way it works. So if you're a young person and you failed in the West and you think you're going to go into some so-called paradise and you're going to get some fucking mentorship from some scam artist, you think you're going to get a fucking get out of jail free card, it ain't going to happen. You're throwing away your fucking life permanently. I'm telling you right now, whether it's going over to one of these countries to teach English or whatever, I'm telling you right now, you had better take advantage of the opportunities you have in your country, because you have no fucking idea what it's like in these other countries. These people don't have an opportunity because of the way that they're governed, because of the way these countries are. Understand, in Asia, they don't believe in competition. They don't believe in free competition. Do you know that? They don't believe in it. That's why Asia has always run a one-way street with trade with the West, specifically America. They don't believe in competition. It's not part of their culture. It's not part of their value system. Free competition is based on, generally speaking, the Western value system, the democratic system. You understand? Now, there's a lot of problems with America, how all that's gone, but still, when you compare that to how things are in these developing countries, in Asia, in Latin America, and other places, I'm telling you right now, it's a world of difference. Okay? So, I'm going to end this on Paul Lee, the fucking scammer, and I'm going to start the final phase where we go back and we actually look at the historical aspects of the digital nomad scam with Johnny FD and Tim Ferriss and many other these fucking scammers. So you'll see I was already on top of all this shit years ago, and I want you all to understand the whole big picture of this shit. Okay? So I'll be back here shortly.